Go.
Hello Royals, this is Val, your horticulturist extraordinaire today, and what we are going to be doing is a Christmas wreath. This is the Christmas wreath that we are going to be doing, and what the elements that we're going to be using are as follows. Each one of you will be received 3 bunches of cedar, pine, and in this case, fir, in order to build up all the greenery that is around the wreath. Apart from that, what you will be receiving too is this beautiful care package, logo Mayfair, that includes this. You will have all your mix and berries to decorate your wreath, as you can see here. You will have your wreath frame, because otherwise no wreath. You will have your little light bells, your ribbon, your wire, your weapons of mass destruction in order to be able to do this, and 2 special gifts from us. The first one is the surprise accent that you guys are going to be having on your wreath, and as hard as it might be, please do not open it until the end so we can open it together. And the other stuff is because we're going through some kind of like nasty times in there. In order to get our jingle on, I suggest you wear a stupid hat while you're doing this. Get a Zoom meeting and let's start working on this. Okay, Royals, so this is the first step in order to do our wreath. We have to tie the wire on the wreath frame in the inner circle, right in here where you have this anchor tying up all the wires. So what I'm gonna be doing is like tying this stuff up in here, or wiring it, I guess, in an X pattern. I hope you guys can see through my chubby fingers because I'm trying my best in here. There we go, something like this. And once we get this, we are gonna start adding our little bunches onto the frame. In order to do so, you guys are gonna be cutting 1 little piece of each one of your 3 bunches that you have in here. The fir, the pine, and the cedar. The order that you guys are gonna be doing this is the fir at the back, because it's the tougher one and the more straight, and it's gonna be supporting the rest of the weight of the other 2. Then you will do the cedar. In this case I have juniper, but potato, potato. And then you will go with the pine, making a bunch like so. And this is what it's gonna be looking like, okay? Now, this first bunch is gonna go at an angle, exactly the same angle that is gonna be happening with the rest of the bunches. It's gonna be a 45 degrees angle, and it's gonna be like so. We're gonna be pointing our little tips towards the outside, and we're gonna be wrapping it. We're gonna be doing 3s, okay? 1, 2, and 3. And we end with the wire on the inside. So this is the most difficult part of it. So once you get this, you're good to go. Now we have to add the second bunch. Same idea, fir, cedar or juniper in our case, and pine. This time what we are doing it is putting it on a cross. This time the tips are gonna be pointing towards the inside of the wreath, making like an X pattern, okay? And once again we go 3 on top. 1, 2, and 3. And we end up with the wire on the inside. The next one that we're gonna be doing is the one where we are adding our little accents. In this case, it's gonna be the berries and our gold sticks. You will have a whole section of berries in here, and in order to get just this little small section, what you have to do is be totally savage and peel it off. So you end up with something like this. When it comes down to our little branch, our golden branch, you're gonna be doing exactly the same. You will get your tool of mass extraction in here and cut it. Once you get that, you will get something like this. And again, the fur, the fur. I forgot about this one. What is the name of this one? Oh, the juniper and the pine, and then you go for the accents in there, and you put it at a different angle. In this case, we are pointing outside. And once again, 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. And the wire stays on the inside. This is pretty much what it is. We'll keep on adding the rest of our bunches back and forth in a pattern of 3. 1 on top of this, 2 on top of this. I know it looks like if it's hiding, but don't you worry, it will pop up. And 2 and 3, and this third one will be the one that is going to be going this way, opposite to the one that we just started. So down. Well, Royals, I've been adding all of these around the wreath, as you can see, with my 1, 2, 3 back step, 1, 2, 3. And we are coming to the close, to the very end of the wreath. I'm gonna be adding the last pieces, and I will telling you how to finish this stuff off. So that way you don't panic when you are like, oh my goodness, what I'm doing here. Okay? So we'll add another one of these, another little bunch, and we'll keep on going with our 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. With the angle going down. And then we get another bunch, and we'll go here with the angle going up. And now in here is important that you are not catching any of the other bunches tips in here, otherwise it's gonna get smushed, and it's not a good look for the wreath. So let's keep that in mind. And again, wrapping it up, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and whoops, 3, keeping the wire on the inside, and then we'll go for another one of ours. In this case, we need to add the one with the berries and the golden sticks, and we'll go in here. This is getting difficult now. A little bit tight, but that's how we like it. And the 1, and the 2, and the 3, and back in the middle. And then we need another one of our bunches extraordinaires in here, going in here and covering it up. These ones are gonna be the last 2, and you will see why. Because there's no room for anything else. So, but the process is exactly the same. The only thing that you guys have to be careful with is the tips of the other bunches so they don't get squashed. So it's a little bit of digging and finding things in here, and then back to the old 1, 2, 3. There we are. And now 1, 2, 3. Now we are our last one in here, and we will be done. The last one, chances are you guys are gonna be having to put it flat and more of a vertical situation in order to properly fit, and then you guys can rearrange the rest of the berries and the rest of the pigs in there. But nevertheless, once again, careful with the other tips, and let's keep going. And the 1 and the 2 and the 3. Okay, now what you guys are gonna be doing in order to finish this and actually have everything anchored and ready to go, you guys are gonna be cutting like 12 inches, about a foot, sorry, in that of the wire, and you are gonna be finding some space in the middle to put it through the wires that are at the back. Okay, so we are gonna be kind of like sewing, but with a wire and with pines and needles and junipers and all those words that I keep forgetting. So there, let's see if we are able to find a little bit of a hole in here. Maybe yes, maybe no. Anytime now, Val, you can do this. Oh yes, there we are. Aha, here. So now, as you can see, all these wires are all around. We have the one that we kind of like stitch through it, and we're gonna be using the frame to finish anchoring it up and making everything secure and stable. You go up, you go down, you go all the way around. You can sing the Hokey Pokey if that helps. And off you go. Once you feel that is secure enough, just twist and twist and twist, and you'll be done. And voila! The basic of the wreath is done. You have all your berries, all your things, and we are ready to go to the next step, which is adding the bows and adding the bows. Hello again, and now what we have to do is add the light bows that we have in here. So what I've done before this is adding some wires in order to stick them in here and keep the balls in place. That way, you know, they don't shift, and if you hang this stuff on your door and your door keeps banging and banging and banging, they don't get discloaked or anything. So let's start with the first one. As you can see, we have the wire attached at the bottom, and we just pick a place, whichever one you guys like. This, okay, which one are we gonna be doing, more or less? Just lay it out first in order to see how this stuff is going, and then just decide where are you gonna be doing this. Okay, so let's see, maybe we can put two together. Let's do this. The secret is in hiding all of this under the greenery, and then attach it to the frame at the back. So once again, we are gonna be threading this through, like in here, for example. Okay, if I can't find my finger, there we are. We're gonna be threading this in here with the wire, and then here, and then once again we are going to be attaching it to the wire frame. I have to say that having such a finger doesn't help on these kind of things, but anyway, We'll figure it out. There we are. All done and nice and pretty. And then again over here for extra safety. And voila. All done. And then we keep on going with the rest. I only have them done like every fourth or so, because usually you can always kind of like hide it and they stay put pretty nicely. So you don't need to be like threading this stuff over and over and over again. So something like this can work, especially if you hide it. Kind of like at the bottom in there. Well, there we go. Here we are. Ta-da! And then you just keep on going all around. Before I demonstrated how can you guys attach the balls with a little piece of wire to the frame. In here we are free balling because there's no wire. So what we are doing is like very, you know, cautiously kind of like hiding it in there under the greenery and making the weight of the greenery be the ones that is going to be supporting the ball in place. This is our last ball. The only thing that we have to do now is attach the battery at the back, hiding the wires with another one of our little wire in here, our little flower wire. So it's just a matter of putting it in there, tied it up, and be done. And now we're gonna be adding the bow. Well, not a bow, more like a ribbon. And what I've done is I tied a little bit of wire at the very end in here, and I went through with one of the wires in order to really anchor the ribbon. Okay, it's just like, you know, you thread it through. And now I just pick whichever corner that we have in this circle, and we start our ribbon wrapping. So I don't know, this one looks good, so let's start in here, for example. And once again we dig. We put this stuff through in order to make it. Each time it's getting a little bit easier because now I have no feeling in my fingers. So there we are. And as always, we anchor it. We just get in there and we anchor it as long as, okay, come on, right? Where'd it go? There. And we anchor it. Okay. We made a little bit in there. And we let it loose in here, so that way when we are coming back and we want to finish it, we have the extra wire and we don't keep cutting and wiring, which is quite boring actually. So there we go. Now let's start wrapping. Try to wrap around the things that have the greenery in there. You can go all the way under if that's what you want, like this, or just do the same stuff as with the balls. Use the greenery as your anchor in order to support this and going through stuff. Just like this. Showing off a little. You can always open the bow and the ribbon. And then in here, we just go over because we want to. There we are. Then in here, we are going to do this. And under. And da-da-da-da. And once again, we're going to be going something like in here. And over. This little piece in here. tied it at the back. Oops, this guy just fell, but it doesn't matter. That's why we have that hook in here in order to put it in if he wants to. Come on, let me go through. There we go. Whatever. We'll fix it later. We'll do this. We'll tie it. We'll go over and under in here. And we are done. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, royals, all of you, this is the basis of the wreath, and I hope you have still your silly hat on, same stuff as I have my elf ears in here, in order to have my jingle going. And now is the time that you guys have all been waiting, and I really hope that you guys have been waiting, because I really want to open this video and be a surprise for all of us together at the same time. Inside every single one of these boxes there is a little gift, the gift that is gonna go on the wreath. This is our little accent. It's an ornament. It's all of them, all the boxes are different, so every single one is gonna be unique. And I do hope that you have a lot of fun opening this the same way as I have now, because I have no idea what it is that I'm gonna be looking at, because I have no patience. There goes the boat. And here we go. Okay, what do we have in here? We have a star. Yeah, I've been shopping at Michael's. What can I say? Can we do this? Can we say that Michael's name on the stuff? I hope so. Anyway. So, here we have our jingle jingle. And here we have our wreath. Now it's just a matter of knowing where to put it. Personally, I'll say that it's better if you guys put it wherever it is, or close enough to where you have the batteries for your lights. That way you know where do you have to go at the back in order to switch it on and off. So in this case, we're gonna be putting it right in here. Okay? So when we are attaching this, once again, we come to our faithful wire, the one that never fails, the one that is always in here. I just got a little piece. And we're gonna be threading it. Ouch. This is the part that I don't know if you guys gonna look at. Okay. We're gonna be threading it. If I can see it there. We're gonna be putting it in there. And once again, give it a twist. Look for a hole. Or an opportunity in this case. Thread the wire, attach it at the back, and we are all done. We are all done to be able to enjoy our Christmas wreath. There we are. Wrap it, wrap it, wrap it. And off we go. There we have a nice Christmas wreath made here at the Mayfair. In case you guys want to do something different, my beautiful cameraman in here is gonna be giving a wide berth. Look in some of the different things. Okay, let me pull this stuff down, because you already seen it. Some other of the beautiful things or funny things that we can do. If you like this video, make sure that you tell Wade about it. In this case, Matthew Wade Peckham, which is hiding in there with Tia.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
And as always, no matter what history at times throw at us, keep the jingle, keep it royal, keep it Mayfair, and keep it green. See ya!